new survey data finding that 30% of Americans think that tipping culture is out of control. I think I'm going to add myself to that list. This is according to a Bankrate survey that found that 2/3 of people have a negative view about tipping, particularly when it comes to contactless and digital payment prompts with predetermined tipping options.
Go figure. Tipping is out of control. I'm going to add myself to that list too. Listen, guys, I know that I'm going to get some heat on this video. There's going to be a lot of trolls and individuals in the comment section saying, Orlando, tipping, you should always tip no matter what. I don't care what it is, you always tip. But guys, listen, tipping culture has got out of control. I mean, it is way out of control.
If you're not going to tip, you're not getting groceries.
What?
To the point is, what are we actually tipping for? But before we jump into it, my name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Make sure you look in the pinned comment and the description. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value, and it's free. You cannot beat free, guys. But let's jump into this, guys, because this tipping has gotten out of control. Every time I turn around, someone says, hey, real quick, this computer has a question to ask you. And I already know, like, oh no, it is another 25% tip? Let me guess. They turn around the dreaded iPad, and it's a guy who you've never seen, he hasn't done anything for you, asking you for a tip of 20%. And you're just like, I just tipped. I just gave the waitress a tip, and now you're asking me for a tip. I didn't even see you. Everybody is asking for tip. It doesn't matter if it's a drive-through. It doesn't matter if they already own a business and they set their own prices. You can even be at medical facilities and they're asking for a tip. Imagine that. You go to the doctor and they're turning around and saying, can I get a tip? The receptionist, the lady who takes your appointment, who gets paid, is asking for a tip. For what? For what? What are we asking? This is crazy.
So I'm not tipping anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Used to be you would give a tip if somebody gave exceptional service. When was the last time you got exceptional service anywhere? And it's just expected. They bring you the bill at the end and they're like, here, just fill this out. 20%, 25%. No, you did your job. They made food. You carried it to my table. You got me a Diet Coke. Thank you. That was your job. You don't get 25% because you did your job. And I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not. If you own a restaurant, just tell me what it costs. I don't want people to go hungry. What does it cost for me to get my food, and also so that the wait staff doesn't have to join the cartel, do some Lord of the Flies, Oliver Twist? Like, I want people to be taken care of. Just tell me what it costs.
Yes, tell me what it costs. Can we make up a system where you just say exactly what it is? Include everything in it. If the steak is going to cost $35, put it as $35. That's it. Can we do that rather than nickeling and diming me every time I turn around?
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
I pay the bill, I turn around, I go to the bar, the guy's asking for a tip there. I'm about to leave, and then the greeter is asking for a tip. The guy going to the bathroom, the guy is asking for a tip there. It just seems like it's over and over and over and over. Getting hit over the head. They're nickeling and diming for every piece of money that you have in your pocket, guys. And this is getting ridiculous.
Okay, you work for a job. You're doing your job. Your job
I am doing my job, but I don't work for free.
I was getting work done on one of my units, and the Home Depot guy, the delivery driver, on a significant order, on the $1,000 order, asked for a 25%. He comes to me and he says, hey, would you say I did a good job? Yeah, you took the stuff inside of the unit that I ordered. Yeah. Well, we just got a question to ask you. Turn around, give me an iPad. 25% on a $1,000 order. He would have got $1,000 plus tip. And then when I said, no, I am not giving you a tip, he says, was my service not good? Did I not do? Yes, you did. But here's the funny thing, guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you order stuff from Home Depot, they have an option that you pay extra for the person to bring stuff into your home. And he's asking me, hey man, I took the extra step. I paid for that.
Know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Then you're asking for a $1,000 tip? That's crazy. That is crazy. And then he gets mad, and then you know the dreaded, He signs it and rips it off and you have a nice day. He wasn't going to be nice to me regardless.
Awkward. So awkward.
So this is what I'm talking about, guys. And the problem that I have with tipping, guys, is this. It's really simple. I don't like the fact that it's pitting customer against staff. The business owner is the only one. The business or the restaurant, the actual business is the only one who is winning in this scenario, guys.
So tipping is just getting out of control. I was just at Starbucks picking up a coffee in the drive-thru, and I get to the front and I'm paying, and he's like, "Oh, I was just gonna ask you a quick question." And we all know what that means. Tipping, fine, but what am I tipping for? If I have to tip for this, like, what's next?
I mean, what is next? I mean, to be honest with you, they're asking for tips on every single service that you possibly can think of now. That this is nothing. Imagine going to get a to-go order and then the guy turning around and saying, at the cashier saying, "Yep, just gonna ask you a question. Are you gonna give us a 25% tip just because I handed you the bag and I'm checking you out?"
For free, understand?
I don't do tips.
Well
Do
then, you know what?
understand?
That is just unethical of you.
It's unethical.
That's unethical and un-American of you. Understand that?
And what I was saying earlier about putting staff against customer is this. I always say this to individuals, and this knocks home my point that I say all the time, guys. That I say all the time is this is why you have to put yourself first. Is if you're a staff, a waiter, busboy, whatever it is that you're doing at a restaurant or at some place, if they're paying you a significantly low wage, $2.50, and then tell you you're going to have to get the rest from tipping. What? Why are you working there? Why are you putting yourself in a situation where you're getting paid nothing, and you have to depend on other people to make your wage?
Crazy.
You should not do that. I know I'm going to get a hate on this. I know, because I know a lot of people are going to say, that's the only thing I can do. I get it. If you know the risks, meaning that people may not tip you and you may not get to where you need to get to dollar-wise to make rent and all that other stuff, you have to take the accountability to understand that that's the risk that you put yourself in. But you cannot get mad. You cannot get mad when people don't tip and your business owner, the person who hired you, is paying you $2.50.
If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that.
Get mad at the business owner. Don't get mad at the customer who is paying for the food what it actually cost. That's one of the biggest things that I have with individuals. If you're not going to get mad at your employer, don't get mad at the customer. I see it all the time. The worker gets mad at the customer and calls them a loser. You're a loser. You're cheap. You don't like the tip and all this other stuff. Have the same energy for your employer. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Orlando, the workers don't feel that way. And I'll be like, well.
It started as a normal pizza delivery. The delivery guy hands over the pizza, but he's clearly not happy with his tip, and he has some strong words for the homeowner.
I just want to say, it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
That was rude. The total cost of her order of breadsticks and a medium pizza, $22.78. So the $5 she gave the DoorDash delivery guy comes out to a 22% tip.
Imagine being ungrateful because you got a 22% tip. He's just looking at the $5 and like, oh, you're giving me $5 on a $30 pizza?
Do your fucking job.
This is what I need people to understand. He didn't have that same energy for his employer. Not at all. But let's break down. The pizza is already overcharged on DoorDash, and then it's overcharged because it's a pizza. So the $30 really is like $10, but that's beyond the point. The point is that she paid 22% off the $30 order, and that's not enough for him. What is enough for him? Another $30 paying a 100% tip, or maybe a 50% tip of $10, or maybe $15 would be enough for him on a $30. He wants a ridiculous tip, and this is why tipping culture is insane, and I refuse.
The company should pay you whatever you're worth. I'm sorry if you're not worth that much, but I don't tip, sweetheart.
This is the reason why. If I get great service, great, I'll tip, no problem. But I am not tipping when you're just doing your job. I am not tipping before I even figure out if you're going to give me good service. I'm not doing any of it. It's insane. It is getting ridiculous. But I know everybody's going to say, Orlando, you should always tip no matter matter what, blindly. But I'm telling you guys, especially you guys who are trying to get your finances together, don't fall into this trend of tipping everybody, because eventually you'll give your whole paycheck away for nothing. So hopefully you got value out of this video, guys, but we all know you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get you into your first rental property. Guys, the information you will get from those videos are gold. See you on the next one. Thanks.